Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen on Set Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who may like it as well. So let me tell you guys about something that was very interesting. Just the other day, a Libra inboxed me. And she asked me to do a reading on her relationship, right? Now, this was the interesting part about her question. The Libra is in a relationship with an Aquarius guy. And she said that they've been going together for 7 months, off and on. And most of the time when it's on, everything is okay. You know, they're not in the greatest of spaces, but things gradually get to a really great place. And she said that what's weird to her is when things are going the best, the happiest, is when he is the most anxious, the most nervous, and ends up ghosting. She said as long as they're arguing or something is going wrong or they're dealing with a problem, he shows up. You know, he's very present in the relationship. But she's trying to figure out how come when it's quiet and things are nice and romantic, why is it that that's when the Aquarius ghosts or does something simple, you know, that she doesn't like or something like that. But any other time he shows up and he's on point. And I told her, I said, you know, when I was a young girl, I had the same problem with a Taurus. I was seeing this Taurus and she was so beautiful to me. I loved this Taurus to death. I wanted to be with this Taurus forever, you know. And she's the only, I told you guys I fell in love one time and it was one other person that came damn close, and that was the Taurus. And basically every time things got happy, every time things got good, because I came into her life in turmoil and chaos. And I don't do turmoil and chaos. When I come into turmoil and chaos, I immediately start fixing it. I'm solution oriented. So I'm like, okay, how do we fix this? How do we work this? What's wrong here? And I would come into her life like I did the first time and fix everything. And everything would get quiet. Everything would be quiet. Whatever the emergency was would be done. You know, either I fixed it or I helped her fix it, one or the other. And everything will get quiet and calm and happy and peaceful. And I'm coming over cooking, and I got on my Bill Cosby sweater, and we're helping the kids with their homework. And as soon as things got there peaceful, she fucked up. Every single time she would do something stupid, usually something with another lover, or she, you know, would pick an argument out of nowhere about nothing, you know, some shit like that. And after the second time it happened, I realized that this is her pattern. Because some people, when things get good, when things get quiet, when things get happy, they get scared because they think it's too good to be true. The other shoe is going to drop. They start having all of these pessimistic thoughts. And this is what I found out from talking to her and other people who have this pattern. They start having all these pessimistic thoughts, and then they sabotage their own relationship by doing something. Sometimes consciously and other times unconsciously. So this is what was happening with me and the Taurus, and this is what it comes up in the cards is happening between her and the Aquarius. So I just wanted to point this out because she was saying to me, what could make a person do something like this? Why would a person do something so silly? Why would you wait until your relationship is great and then do something so stupid like not come home all night, or, you know, or ghost and just disappear, or, you know, pick a stupid fight about something that isn't even worth fighting about, you know? And this happens a lot, and I hear this a lot from other clients in their own relationships with people. Sometimes, like most of us normal people, we want our life to be easy. We want it to be happy. We want it to be content. We want it to be fulfilled. You know, we want things to go smoothly, right? We want to wake up in the morning and everything just flows. You know, our plans flow and the kids are ready and the bus comes on time. You know, most of us want that. But there's a fraction of the population that when that happens, they get freaked out. Okay? I was talking to a woman in the comment section, and she is a Virgo, I believe. And she told me that she experienced the same thing with an Aquarius. And she said to me that the Virgo really like was patient with her, and like every time things got good, she'd run because it would make her scared, it would make her uncomfortable. So some people do have that complex. Some people do have that. And I think it's a response to trauma. You know, it's for a response to having other times in their life where things were going good and all of a sudden a trauma occurred. So whenever things start going good, they start feeling like, oh my God, this is too good. This is too happy. Like, what is getting ready to happen, you know? So I think that a lot of people are like that. And for those of us who aren't like that, we're like, what is wrong with you? Everything is great. You know, so I think from talking to her, from reading the cards and everything, this is what's happening with the Aquarius. So her question to me after that was, well, what can I do about it? Well, there's really not anything you can do to change that. The Aquarius, whoever the person is that has this issue, is going to keep doing that until they feel comfortable. So if you're patient enough, you can keep going through the process with them. They pull away, they run away. You patiently wait for them to come back and start trying to work on it all over again. So that's what the people I know who've been successful with this, that's what they did. They just like very patiently stood there. The other person was pick a fight, act a fool, pull away, do whatever. They would let that energy go and then wait for the person to inevitably they would always come back. So they would just wait for the person to come back and then they would work through what just happened. And they did this over and over and over again until the other person stopped running. And I've heard this from a lot of people who've met their twin flame. A lot of people who've met their soulmate have said they went through this too. It's called the runner phase. I've read about it a lot online. And basically the person, you know, they just keep running away, you know, but they keep coming back. So every time they come back, it gives you a chance to continue working on the relationship. Now, I'm not going to hold you. When it was me, I didn't do that. I did a few times. But eventually, and I wasn't really good at it, to be honest with you, because I would not be patient enough. I wasn't patient enough to, you know, for her to go through what she was going through and come back. I just wasn't. I didn't have it in me. I didn't feel like it was going to be lucrative. I didn't feel like it was going to work, basically. And I tried it a few times, but I just didn't have the patience for what I think I would have needed to love her through what she was going through. I just didn't have it. And honestly, it wasn't, I mean, I said I was almost in love. I wasn't quite there yet, you know? So it wasn't worth it to me to go through that over and over again for an uncertain future. You see, to me, it was just too uncertain. And I didn't know if it was going to work out or not. And anybody who does this does not know if it's going to work out or not. You're just doing it with the hope and the faith that you'll be able to love this person through this phase, and then the two of you will continue forward in your life together. I just didn't have it. It wasn't important enough to me to do it, is really the bottom line. And some people it is. It's absolutely what they want. They are in love. They know that's what they want. And they have the patience and they go for it. So basically, you have to ask yourself and be honest with yourself, which person are you? Are you the person that's going to love them through this time and time again? Or are you the person who is going to half-ass try like I did, you know? And if you're going to half-ass try, then it's not going to work and you might as well just leave it alone. you know, and that's really the bottom line. If you're not really going to put the effort into it, it's not going to work, because this person, and it still might not work even if you do put the effort into it. That's the part I didn't like. See, if I could have had more of a guarantee that it will work out eventually, then I think I would have put into it. But there is no guarantees in love. It's just not. And I wasn't willing to gamble. It was too much work to gamble on for me, you know. But like I said, I think that also, again, not really being in love, being almost there is not there, you know. So I think that's another difference between the two. So the young lady I was talking to about this Aquarius gentleman, the Libra, she does want to try to hang in there and go through these cycles and hope that in the end this Aquarius man will come around. And that was a decision that she came up with based on looking at the cards. So I really do hope for her, and she knows that I really do hope it works out for her. But like I said, you have to be honest with yourself if you're in this situation. Which person are you? Are you the person that's going to hang in there without a guarantee no matter what? Or are you the person that's not going to find that to be it wasn't worth enough, it wasn't worth my time? I just was like, nah, I'm not doing that. And I knew what I was facing. I knew when I walked away from her the last time, I knew what I was facing. When I walked away every time, I knew what I was facing. And the last time I just decided not to go back. So like I said before, you know, if you're in this situation, it can be very emotionally taxing. You have to just know who you are and what you're capable of, and if you're somebody that's going to do that. For me, it felt unhealthy for me. And I just think there's an unhealthiness to it. I've seen people, you know, work it out effectively, but for me, it wasn't healthy. You know, I didn't need or want that in my life. You know, I wanted somebody who was not running. I wanted somebody who was coming towards me. We were coming towards each other. I wanted that kind of a vibration, not this kind of a vibration, you know, where I'm chasing them along and trying to drag them back. I couldn't do it. It wasn't for me. And like I said, the people who have been effective, that's exactly what they did. And they waited it out. They loved them and prayed their way through it. And in many of the cases, it worked out. And then, like I said before, sometimes it won't. So if you're in this situation, it's up to you to decide what side of the tracks you're on. Okay? All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Likewise, if you would like to contact me, all of my information will be underneath the video. My Patreon information will be underneath the video. If you want to send me a gift, my love language is gifts. So my Amazon wish list will be underneath the video. My PayPal, if you want to send me a love donation. If you want a reading, email me and I will give you an appointment. Okay? See you later.